Good morning everyone and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video what we're going to talk about is how you can edit your thumbnails for YouTube. Now this is how I do it, and I'm sure there'll be plenty of tips on how that will help you out even if you know how to edit on Canva. Now this channel is about YouTube and the YouTube business, so making money with YouTube and stuff like that, and also editing and stuff like that. So if you're interested in anything about YouTube, make sure that you absolutely smash that subscribe button. Also hit that notification bell, so that way you get notified every single time I put a video out, which is every Tuesday of every single week. Now, before I bore you with every other aspect of this, let's get into the video and how you can edit on Canva. Now, I'm going to show you step by step, but first of all, there's something that might be very interesting for you before you actually start editing on Canva. And that thing is having a transparent background, because maybe you want to show your face, because it's shown that if you show your face on the YouTube thumbnails, you will get more clicks. And sometimes you don't want to have the background that's in the thumbnail. Maybe you want a different background. Maybe you want to have some other things in your background, and therefore you need to have a transparent background. So I'm going to show you how to have a transparent background. You can do this on Canva, but you do have to have the paid version, but I'm going to show you how to do it for free. So let's get into it. So what you want to do is you want to go to lunatic.com. Don't worry about the 5 that's up there. It's no big deal. Just type lunatic.com, and if you type enter, it will put the 5 there and everything that you need to have. So once you get to that website, what that's going to do is you're going to be able to do that for free. So what you do is you upload, and that's, you can choose any file from your computer. So you click on choose file right there, and it will come up with all your downloads and things like that. Now I'm not going to do this with a face. I'm going to do that with the YouTube logo, because that's something that you might want to have, but you can also do that with a face. So now I have my YouTube logo that's right here, and what I'm going to do is very simple. I'm going to go to edit, which is the third one there, and you go to transparent background. Extremely easy. Then what you do is you click on that, and if you have some sort of background that's one color, it's going to be easier, but you can adjust right here with the H that's right here, so you can have more or less transparency, depending on what you choose. So if you have a background that's sort of gray but not the same gray, then you put it up. So what you have is you have this. As you can see, you have to make sure that this is transparent as well. So what you do is you first apply it, because you're happy with the whole thing except for that. So now that it's applied, you click on there where it's missing, and you check, and it's good. So you apply it again, and now you have a very perfect, transparent background. And what you do is you save it, and you want to allow the downloads, which I haven't had before, but never mind. This is how you do that. And now you have your image that has a transparent background. So I'm going to call it, let's see. Thumbnail tutorial, and it's going to be in my downloads, which is téléchargement in French. So there we go, thumbnail tutorial done and dusted. So next, what you want to do is you want to go to Canva, because that's what you're here for, and you want to have, so this is all the designs that you've had before. So if you've done a YouTube thumbnail, you can just click on it again and it will be perfect. But if you don't, then you click on thumbnail, and that's perfect, because that one will have the perfect dimensions that you need to have a YouTube thumbnail. So that's what you want to have. Then, so there's a ton of things that you want to do with that thumbnail. First, you want to show what you're talking about. If you're showing cars, for example, make sure you show the cars. if you're talking about something where it's a face on camera like I'm doing right here, then what you want to do is you want to make sure that you include your face. And if you're talking about YouTube, maybe you want to have YouTube in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to first have a background. So a background, there's tons of different backgrounds that are here. You know, you can choose whatever one you want. And keep in mind, I'm sure there's some that are paid. I can't find any right here, but I'm sure if you scroll down, there's some paid ones, but you don't have to use them. Or you can have one of these colors that are right here that you might want to have. You know, maybe I want to have this one. So I'm just going to click on it and it gives me some sort of background. So that's a dark background. Maybe you want to have a lighter background. Keep in mind that that's something that you want to associate with your brand. So you can have that. You can also have a background that's, that's on your computer, that you've downloaded, that you've made, whatever it may be. You can do that as well. So if you go to downloads, I'm not sure why mine is in French, but it's in French anyways. So, I've got all my downloads, but you can also download one of the ones that you have. So for example, the YouTube logo that I just made, I'm not sure where it is, but I'm sure that if I type thumbnail, I can't even remember what I called it, but there we go. That's thumbnail tutorial. Choose that and it will go up here. So as you can see, it's transparent, so I can add it right here, and it's really dark. So maybe the dark theme isn't the best, but maybe you want to have something else. So, with the downloads, you can have all sorts of different things. You can also have elements, which I use, like this one, for example. I'll use this one, and I'll just drag it on top. And I'll have a second one as well. I'll adjust it here. And as you can see, the colors aren't the best. Well, they're not the ones that I want to use for my brand at all. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to change the color, and I'm going to change it to white. And I'm also going to choose that one and have it white as well. Have this one white. And this one as well. But now you can't see the YouTube logo. So what do? You go to position, and you want to have it back. So click back, and then you just select all the ones that you want and, put it backwards. Backwards again as much as you can. And now I have my YouTube logo that you can actually see. Keep in mind that every text that you want to have on the left side, because if you're doing that on YouTube, there's all those different things like the watermark and stuff like that are going to be at the bottom of the page, and you don't want to have that. So keep in mind that all the text has to be on the left side. So now, as I said, I want to have my face that's on there, and I've already got one. So if you've made your, some stuff before, then you can have that. So I'm just going to take this one and, have it right here. Maybe I want to have, the YouTube logo right there, and drag it down. So you can have it bigger, smaller, whatever it may be. And then maybe if I'm doing a tutorial on Canva, I want to have a Canva one, but I'm not sure that I do have one, so I'm not going to show you that. But anyway, you get the idea. You take a logo and you put it there. You put elements, and you can also have some text. So I use text all the time, and I'm going to do something that I said you shouldn't do just to show you how it's done, but make sure you put it on the left hand side. But I'm going to put some text on the right hand side, as you should not do, absolutely never do. And there we go. So I'm going to click on the text, and I'm going to do YouTube thumbnail. And there you can have it way bigger. You choose from here, and I put it on the wrong way. 144, that's going to be huge. Or you can go right back and have it really small up to 6, and that's going to be really small. So you want to have something in between, you want to play around, make sure that it's big enough for mobile. Mobile is going to be extremely important because most of the people that are going to see your thumbnail are going to see it on mobile. So make sure you have something big enough. So play around with that. And let's say that this is good enough and it's in white. So I was going to show you that you couldn't see it, but it's in white. So anyway, that's good enough. What you can do, well, I dragged it on the wrong way, but you can drag it right back here and have it another color. So I'm going to select the text as I wanted to do, and you can choose a color right here, so maybe red, or you can choose one right up there and have your own colors. So basically like paint, if you've used paint before, and drag it there, have something like that, and that can be a great color for you or the worst color in the world, depending on what your background is and stuff like that. Make sure that it pops, because if you have a background that's bad, you don't want to do that at all. So make sure that you have something like that, that's good enough. I'm not going to use this thumbnail. I'm actually probably going to use it as a base, so maybe it's going to be something quite similar, but probably better. I'm going to improve it, but you get the idea. You want to play around with it, and I like red, so I'm going to, can you put red on this side? Maybe, yeah. Okay, so that sounds good. Click on, click out of it, and it's perfect. And then you can do anything that you want in Canva. It just works perfect. So there you go, that's what you can do. Now, what you can do as well is you can download it. So if you download it from here, it's pretty slow for some reason. Actually, it's here. You don't want to click on the arrow. So you can have a transparent background, but if you do this, you realize that there's a crown right beside it, and that means that it's for paid users. So that's why I showed you in the beginning. But if you do have if you do have a photo that you want a transparent background and you're ready to pay for Canva, you can also click on that. But whatever. So then you click on download. If it works, there we go. And this should work. Let's see. It's not doing anything right now. So try again. So if it doesn't work like that, sometimes you need to, reload the page, and don't worry about it. You won't lose whatever you did. It's going to come right back up, and for some reason the connection is really slow today. But, it works. It's just going to be the same. Actually, I haven't showed you how to change the text. So if you select it, you can have all these different texts that are right here. You can have this, for example. I find this one to be great, and it's pro, so that's not what I want to have. I didn't realize there was a crown, but that's something else that you can have if you're using the paid version. But I'm just going to use this and on this pro, and you just click on it. It's actually really simple. You can have it this way as well, to have it however you want to have it. Anyway, let's go back to downloads and downloads. And there we go, and it's preparing for the download. Finally working. It puts you a quote all the time, and then it tells you that you should probably try Canva for free. And there you go, you have your YouTube thumbnail that's ready. And keep in mind that you want to have the name of the folder, so this, that's going to be that's going to be relevant to the video you're posting. Don't just put any name right there. because that will help you in the YouTube algorithm. So you want to make sure that you use that. So this was my tutorial for Canva. If you want to see how to, how to actually edit a video with iMovie, make sure that you check that video out. This was my last video from last week, so make sure you check that out. And with that being said, I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.